Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to math. Today we're going to learn about the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, it's something we usually cover here a lot. Okay, the objective for today is to know how to solve for triangles using the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, I will say this, it only works for right triangles. Okay, the way you set up your triangle is, first of all, the equation is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, you might ask yourself, how do we use that? Okay, how do we know what to plug in? The way we plug it in is always across from your 90-degree angle. Okay, because this little square makes a 90-degree angle. Wherever across from that is always your c value. Okay, your hypotenuse. It's always your c. Okay, a and b really do not matter which one's A, which one's B, but the one that always matters is C. Okay? Again, sorry. Always across from the right, triangle is C, so I can put, if I want an A over here and B over here, or vice versa. Okay? Now that we know how to set up your triangle, how to label it, okay? All you have to do is, whatever number I give you, all you have to do is plug it into the equation. Okay? For example, if I were to say A equals 3, B equals 4, what does C equal? Okay? I might say, okay, so we know what A and B equals. We can say that the equation is A squared, which in this case we know what it is, which is 3 squared plus B squared, which B we know it's 4 squared equals C squared. We don't know what C is, so that's what we're trying to find for. Okay? We can say this. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16 equals C squared. 9 plus 16 is 25 equals C squared. Now, remember, we're only solving for C, not C squared. Okay? So since we have C squared, the opposite of a square is a radical. So we're going to radical 25, and we're going to radical C squared. The C squared, at least is going to cancel the square in the radical. We're left with C equals radical of 25, which if you really look at this radical of 25, it has a perfect square root, which in this case is 5. Okay? So C equals 5. Okay? Sometimes we have to look at an opposite, okay? And sometimes are imperfect numbers. For example, if I were to say A equals 7, B equals, we don't know, but C equals 120. Okay? Keep in mind, they're not always perfect numbers. Okay? Which, if you notice, we have A, we can say 7 squared plus, we don't know what B is, so we're going to keep it as B squared equals 120 squared. Okay? 120 is a big number. Let's do this. Let's make it a smaller number because I kind of got carried away there. Let's go with 22. Okay? Let's go with 22. Equals 22 squared. So 7 times 7 is 49. Plus B squared equals 22 times 22. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. 22 and 22. 2 times 2 is 2. Or 4, I mean. Got it carried away. 2 times 2 is 4. 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 4. So our answer is 484. So 484. Okay? So 484. Now that we have 484, okay, we're going to subtract the 49. to move it to the other side to leave b alone. So minus 49. So b squared equals, we're going to borrow from the 8, that makes 7. 14 minus 9, that's 5. 7 minus 4, that's 3. 435. Okay? So b squared equals 435. But wait, again, we have the radical. So we're going to radical that out. Or the square, I mean. We're going to radical it out. Pretty much give you guys the answer. So b equals radical of 435, which if it doesn't have a perfect number, okay, you can always break it down into two numbers that give you the same number, okay, or we can also leave it as it is, okay, so b equals radical of 435, okay. If you want to put the decimal form of it, break that into a decimal, that's fine as well, okay. If you want to break out a number from in there, that's fine as well if you know how to do that. Okay, I'm not really going to break this down right now because we don't want to take too much time. Okay, plus that's something you guys should probably already know how to do from Algebra 1. Alright guys, so again, we're doing Pythagorean theorem. Okay, our objective was to solve for a triangle using the Pythagorean theorem, which we did. Okay, we have two examples here. Alright, make sure everything's on your notes. Alright, now that everything is on your notes, I'm going to give you guys a problem to work out yourselves. Okay. For the first one, we have A equals 6, B equals 9, C equals question mark, okay, or X. Really doesn't matter. For your second one, we have A, yes, we don't know, B equals 10, and C equals 25. Alright guys, make sure you send me your answers as soon as you're done watching the video, and I'll be here waiting for your email.